So yesterday was my 49th birthday, and I gotta say it was probably one of the best birthdays I have had in quite a long time. I've been really fortunate in the last couple of years, especially, to be able to celebrate with a bunch of other Leos, and we have had really big parties and lots of people. Of course, with a pandemic on the loose, don't really want to have those kind of big parties. And now that I'm not living in a community-style house like the Novus house anymore, but living just with Martha, it was really nice to spend a day kind of immersed in nature for most of it. So not only did I get to do paddleboard yoga for the first time, which was an incredible experience, we also got to do it with this family of manatee. And so there was a mama and her two calves, and they kept like reaching the surface and coming up to say hi. And it was just really extraordinary. And then after that, we went to Oscar Shear Park and just hung out in the water and walked the trails and just enjoyed nature in this fresh start. And so I feel that this year's off to a really good start. And over the weekend, I had a lot of time to myself and did a lot of reflection on how I've gotten this far in these last 49 years, and what I need to change moving forward. Currently I recognize it's a pandemic and a lot of people are going through a lot of issues, full, disclosure. My bank account's down to about $200 now altogether, and I have 5 different bank accounts, but they're all expended. See, I as you may know, have had some issues with the U.S. government since not using money for a year. Hello, how are you doing? So, since not using money for a year, 10 years ago, I haven't really had any relationship with the IRS or paid taxes or anything because I haven't made anything. Last year, I think, was the year that I made the most, and I think it was still under $15,000. So I've been right there at the poverty line for the last decade, and I also think it's wrong for the federal government to take income tax away from people. I think it should be corporations should pay it. Those making above a certain amount should pay it, but I don't think that the income tax is actually constitutional. Story for another time. So when the U.S. decided that it would kindly give everyone $1,200 to ride out the pandemic for the next few months, because I haven't paid taxes in a while, I figured I wasn't allowed that money. That wasn't for me. I don't really consider myself a citizen of the U.S. government anymore. So I just let it roll, and I'm proud to say that I still subsisted very well off of what I had made in the early winter, and that was able to last me through most of the summer. And that I've been able to use my whole ABC squared economics ideology to carry myself that long, for me, is impressive because I've never been good with money, and I was able to make it work. However, I was also kind of hoping that we would be able to make it through this pandemic, like so many other countries have been able to do, and go back to normal instead of just embracing the new normal. However, we don't have the leadership to do that, and we're getting worse. And so since there's no end in sight, I finally said, okay, I'm going to go ahead and file for some unemployment. Of course, I didn't make enough money to get Florida unemployment, but I still may be able to get some, some kind of assistance along the way. And I recognize that there may be some people out there who might hear this story and one day consider me to be a hypocrite, but most people don't even listen to my stories. I'm not worried about it. And, it's one of those things that if we had the leadership to get through this and I could go back to work and go perform and do tour guides and stuff, then I wouldn't have to ask for this money. But since it's being offered, hey, forget about it. This is my birthday. So I spent the first day of my 49th year, for the first hour or so of it, dealing with pandemic unemployment and trying to hopefully get some money coming my way so that I can continue to be a worthwhile citizen who pays my bills, and all of that contributes to the economy. And we'll see where we go from there. Beyond that, I'm doing some editing today on some footage that I've recorded about this ABC squared economics idea. And so my intention this year is to kind of put that out there. Yesterday was also the big launch of my new album called Songs for the People. And on it is the new single, Song for the People, which is a great song. My nephew Kyle produced it. It sounds amazing. He did a great job on it. And so I've been promoting that for like a month and a half for everybody that I know to listen to it. And of course, when it came out, I screwed something up in the distribution click box. And it was pretty much available just on Facebook and YouTube. But I shared those out there and put them out there. And throughout the day yesterday, even though I was totally off my phone all day yesterday, so I didn't see what the numbers were, or how many likes it was getting, and I didn't care, and it was blissful. And so moving forward this year, other than using my phone as a production tool, I'm not going to use it very often. So Facebook is off of it, no more of that. But you know, today I get up and look at the numbers, and yesterday morning I decided that I would be okay with whatever the numbers would be, even though I had shared at least 100, more than 100 little cards saying, listen to Song for the People on August 4th. I said, you know, it's my 49th year. As long as I get 49 views, I'll be fine with that. Because I didn't want to get my hopes up because, I've never really had anything live up to those kind of hopes. So whenever I get big, grandiose ideas in my head, it's always minimalized. However, I hoped to get at least 49, and I got 59 views on each one. I have a video that's on YouTube that got 59 views. The lyric video itself just got 48 views, so that's pretty good. And then the Facebook video also got 59 views. So it got some out there, and there's some people who said that they liked it, and so that's all great. And as an artist, I guess, you know, as long as there's at least one person out there who likes what I do, I'll keep on doing it, and we'll go from there. I'm still hopeful that sometime in my lifetime I'll be appreciated as an artist, but I may have to move on before that happens. But in the meantime, it's a beautiful day here in Village of the Arts, and I thought I'd just share a few minutes with you and thank everybody out there who did wish me a happy birthday and who did listen to my song. If you haven't listened to Song for the People yet, please go do it, and that'd be great. Share it with your people. I hope you listen all the way to the end, because that's where the hook is. So anyway, that's what that's about. So I'm going to go enjoy the rest of my day, and we'll see how this goes. See ya. Thanks so much.